That poor girl was gonna scream. Okay. Hello, this is Kevin with Barrett School of Music, joining you in a bathroom for some nice reverb today. We're going to do a little demo on slide guitar. If you're unfamiliar with what slide even is, it's playing with a slide on your guitar. I'm using one made of glass today, but there's ones made out of brass and porcelain. If you're interested in getting a slide for the first time, then I recommend going to the guitar store of your choice and just trying out as many different slides as you can. They all sound kind of different. I kind of prefer glass over everything else, but they all sound slightly different, so just try doing your best and see what you prefer. After you pick out which slide you kind of want, one thing that's helpful is to decide which finger you want to put it on. So I put it on my middle finger, but you can put it on your ring finger or your pinky maybe. The big thing is that you can't put it on your pointer finger because you want to have basically a finger behind your slides, that way it doesn't sound so much like this. Sounds a little better. Also, using your pointer finger, you can also do normal stuff that you would do with your guitar, like as opposed to just doing slide stuff. Or if you have your pointer finger occupied, then it's a bit more difficult to do figures that you're used to. Another thing that you should be aware of is that I'm right now, at least, I'm in open G. So D, G, D, G, B, E. And I recommend trying out different tunings, especially with slide, because if you are in standard tuning and you try playing on the strings, that doesn't sound as pretty as it should. But today we're going to be talking about a lot of different figures and things that you can try out with slide, especially if you're unfamiliar with it, that deals with alternate tunings a lot more than standard tuning. So I recommend trying alternate tuning if you're desired. Like I said, I'm using open G. You can use open E, open D. You can also use a capo for any of these tunings, and then do open A or open C or however you prefer. Doesn't really matter. Just make sure that you do something that sounds nice to you. Okay, one thing I completely forgot to mention is that one of the drawbacks of using an open tuning, especially with slide, is that you can't really do much besides a major chord, because major chord, major chord, major chord, major chord, major chord. So it's difficult to play minor chords or any like extended chords of any kind. One of the easier ones to play is suspended fourths, because you can play, let's say, and you can play just anywhere, and then using your ring finger, put on the fret next to it on the B string, and then you have a sus4 chord. One thing that I need to practice a lot is basically playing minor chords. So if you play right on the fret, like where you should be playing, ideally I shouldn't say right on the fret, but right above the fret, where you just touch it. I forgot a lot of things to say in this video, but you want to put your glass slide, or any slide, just right above the fret, just barely touching the strings. And then with the fret behind it, go on the B string. And obviously it's easier as you get higher on your guitar, because higher in the fretboard, sorry, because there's more action in the strings. If you have too little action, it's really difficult to play slide, because it just kind of sounds like, and you don't hear the frets as opposed to where you wouldn't want to hear it otherwise. Anyway, so playing minor chords isn't that really good practice. But one thing that's a great way to lead up to it is play sus4 chords, we just mentioned. If you play the fret behind it closer to the nut, it becomes harder. It's something that I personally need to work on, so I recommend working on that. And yeah. thing that kind of immediately comes up is that because it's tuned differently, you can't really use a lot of the same scales that you're used to. So, for instance, I'm going to play a major scale, and it's going to sound a little bit different or it's going to look a little bit different than if you played it in standard tuning. So, this is G major, and if you're in open G, I recommend knowing G major and G minor pentatonic, which we'll be going over right now. So this is G major. Or a slide, something like this. If you've ever played mandolin or violin, then the shape seems familiar because now you're tuned in fifths instead of fourths. But if you're unfamiliar with those instruments, then it's going to look pretty medium. So basically all I did was play open G with this string, which was the A string, but now it's a G. Then 2nd fret, 4th fret, 5th fret, then your open D, which is still a D, but you can change that string. 2nd fret, 4th fret, 5th fret, and then goes your octave. To play a G minor pentatonic is really simple. It just uses your open string, 3rd fret, your 5th fret for both strings, so it sounds like. Or a slide sounds like. There we go. The fun thing is that this is a G and a D string, and this is a D, and this is a G string. So also this is a D string. So if you want to play G minor pentatonic anywhere on the neck, just don't hit this B string and hit the open, 3rd, and 5th frets, and just don't play the B string, and then there you go. Play minor pentatonic. One thing that sounds really nice to slide is arpeggios, so I recommend, here's just a G major arpeggio. Sounds nice, so I recommend trying that out. You can also do a bunch of different minor pentatonic licks, and one thing I like to do is play the 7th of the minor pentatonic. So in this case, in G, it would be an F. I like playing it right here, this F right here, since this is now a D, so I have an E, and ending my solo like that. So for instance, like I go, so it's very dramatic that way, so I'm pretty bluesy, so that's pretty cool. If you have 20 minutes and you learn 2 songs that are in open G, you can kind of know how to play slide guitar in open G, so just try doing that, I guess. If you're improvising in open G and you're playing slide and you don't know what to do, I think it's great is just go to the 12th fret and slide, go up, maybe give some right auto. Always sounds nice. If you want to play blues, then the easiest thing to do is to play either open or 12th fret, and then play the 5th fret, and then the 5th fret, and the 7th fret, sorry, which is a 1-4-5 progression. So I'm going to try it, but I'm going to do like the little rock and roll shuffle. So it's going to sound like this. Sounds pretty nice. Another thing you do is kind of do like a Mixolydian progression. So that would be a flat 7 to the 4 to 1. So I'm going to try something really similar. So sounds pretty nice. So if you don't really know what to play, I recommend doing open, 5th, 7th, 10th, and 12th, and if you're in an open tuning. Another good one, because of the minor pentatonic, is the 3rd, but just try not to play the B string, like we talked about before. You kind of do like a kind of like a Bo Diddley kind of thing. It goes like, sounds pretty nice. Try looking up songs that are using slide, and a lot of them will go like, whoops. That's Ain't That Peculiar by Fanny from 1972. Great song. At least the intro to it sounds really nice for slide. The rest doesn't wink because it's not really a slide song, except the intro. But anyway, that's all fun tricks that you can do with slide. I hope that this was helpful. If you want to mess around with slide, I really recommend it, and hope you have a great day.